Well, I just woke up from a nap, right? And I had this dream. I was in I was in a house. And but the house wasn't made like how it is here. So I knew I wasn't at this house. But I was at a house. And I was there. My brother was there. But it was another man that was there. It was a lady, older woman, who just came in the house. She was short, kind of chunky. And the little boy that was there wasn't my son. I don't know where my son was at in that dream, but it was a little boy. And the face was very much so familiar. And I'm in this house. Y'all gotta excuse me, guys. This is disturbing. Okay? Well, I'm gonna get through this. Alright. The door in the bathroom had like a thin crack, which is unusual because there's no doors in the house like that, where it's, even when it's closed, it's cracked, you can see right through. And then there was like a little dip right there where you could see directly through. And right, hold on, y'all. In the dream, I knew something was going on, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure at first what was going on. And I said something to my brother who was sitting on the couch in the dream. I said, but I'm not gonna say that's my brother. He was shaped. He was built like my brother, but he wasn't. I don't know. But it was a guy. And I had to know him because I was cussing him out. Because I was like, I know I did not see what I thought I saw. And he kept saying, you don't know what you're talking about, you tripping. I said, I'm so sick of you constantly saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm sitting there, I know what I think I fucking saw. So we in the house, the man comes out the restroom. He act like nothing happened, but the little boy was coming out the restroom too. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why he need to be in the bathroom? Why did he need to be in the bathroom together? This boy looked like he was about 7, 8, 9, between the age of 8 and 9. Right? So just think about it. He wasn't no toddler. He was a boy. Right? What the fuck he doing in their bathroom? What the fuck they doing in the bathroom together that I couldn't assist? I couldn't help. You know? Okay, you good. And so time went on in the dream, right? And they disappeared again. Because the lady hadn't came, the older lady had came by. And when she came by the house, she was asking for a lighter. And the guy was like, he ain't had no lighter. And she walks back out. She leaves. Like she was a come and go type of person. Like she was so familiar to come in and out the house. You know what I'm saying? And he just walking around acting like, just kind of like we knew he was around, but he was oddly around. That was just like, that was just, and it's not funny, but you know how people come around, you know who they are, but you know, and you don't want to be mean, but why they around so odd like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why they coming off a little strange, you know? But you don't judge because apparently it's a reason, so you don't say much. So in this dream, they disappeared. Like I said, they disappeared again after the lady done left. I told the guy on the couch, who I said that just kind of reminded me of my brother, it had to be somebody familiar to me. Well, the boy didn't have a name, but I apparently I knew his name. And I said, so where he at now? And he said, I don't know. He wasn't really just paying attention because he had this like this handheld video game, and that's probably why I was thinking that was my brother in the dream, because he was just in the video game. He wasn't paying attention to the child. He wasn't paying attention. And by the way, my brother really don't play those in the house. But I'm just saying, like, he just had the handheld. He wasn't paying attention to what was going on. And so I walked by the bathroom, which was right across from the couch area. And I looked, and y'all, what I saw through the crack in that bathroom, I about snapped out my damn sleep. You understand what I'm saying? I said, I know the fuck not. I know the fuck not. And the guy was sitting on the toilet. But what that little boy was doing in that dream, I kicked that motherfucker open. Do you hear me? Y'all, let me tell you something. But I'm gonna keep going with this dream. I'm gonna keep going. So I said, what the fuck is going on? The little boy jumped up. He didn't say anything. He acted like he was already scared. And he didn't want to say nothing. He was already timid. And the guy, I don't even know who this dude is in the dream, but this guy, he was like acting as if, well, sit down. He was acting as if, like, what was the big deal? And then he just went on and started asking for a light. Like, he was kind of delusional, if you ask me. He was acting a little off. And the lady came back into the house, and he tried to act like what I was saying wasn't even important. That's how he was acting. And I was so pissed off because he changes the subject. Like I said, he started asking for a lighter when the lady came back to the house, because I told her she was kind of like in and out type of person. He go ask her for the lighter, and she was like, I thought y'all had one. What happened to the one that y'all had? That's what she said. I'm looking at the dude on the couch that I said that kind of remind me of my brother. Just said he just in the game. He was not looking. He was not paying attention. He wasn't trying to see what was going on. He was just so focused on the game. And y'all, when that lady left, that's when he got off the game and asked me. He said, man, what's the problem? I told him what happened, what I saw in that bathroom. And that's when he goes and say, he said, are you fucking serious? And the older guy was like, man, I don't know what she talking about. And I said, well, ask the boy. Ask the boy, because I know the boy was too scared to say anything, because it was like it had been going on for so long, to the point where the boy ended up liking it. The boy ended up liking what was happening because he wasn't familiar with himself. So he felt as if that type of thing was normal. So, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up with this. Talk to your children. Talk to your children. Talk to your children. It's enough distractions going on. It's so easy to point fingers and say what a person ain't doing. It is so easy to sit up and say, oh, well, how we know if that child telling the truth? Why would a child even lie about something like that? Why would a child even lie about anything like that? It doesn't matter where it's coming from. That could have been a man in my dream, or it could have been a masculine energy in the dream. It doesn't matter. Why do you feel like you shouldn't say anything or even do anything about the situation? If your child is in danger, or if there's something going on with your child, or something unusual with your child, talk to your children. Talk to your children. This is not funny. This is not cool. And let me tell you something. People grow up living with this on their heart for a long time, and they ended up being angry with everybody, including themselves, feeling like nobody loves them, nobody care about them, nobody gives a fuck about them, simply because they didn't say it soon enough. But they didn't understand that they felt like if they said anything soon enough, that you would have made them feel like shit. You would have treated them the same way then as you do them now. That little boy don't have to necessarily be your child. It could be the inner child in yourself. That boy, that man that was sitting there with his video games. Let me tell you something. Video games ain't the only distraction in this world. Sometimes yourself can be a big distraction. Only thinking about yourself. Only thinking about yourself. Think about what you can get because you so hurt. Only thinking about your image because you afraid of what people might say about you as an individual. The fact that that man was shocked, but after I hadn't said something, lets me know that by the time he felt like he could have stepped in, he felt like it was too late. And the child was already too comfortable with what was going on. And the fact that that man in the dream, he felt like nothing was wrong. Like this type of thing is normal. It's okay. And the lady that kept coming in and out represents someone who's only coming in when they need something. And gets irritated when someone asks them about something. Everybody in that room represented something, but the one person that really cared and actually said something, everybody was like looking at them as if something was wrong with me in this dream. Y'all got to figure out what exactly is going on with your children. I don't care how far down it is. Maybe around that time, you might have went to the grocery store a little bit too fucking long. Maybe around that time, you was partying a whole lot more than usual. Maybe around that time, you was mad at your teenager or somebody, and they were mad at you, and nothing was even said. Talk to your children. Because let me tell you something. You are more of a hero when you do something about it now and get involved now than you would if you just act like it never exists. That's when you become the villain. That's when you become the problem. Because let me tell you something. People walk around and say, no, that in a way, something like that can happen to me. Let me tell you something. My mother never in a million years would have thought that would have happened to any of her children. But out of the 3, it happened to 2 of us. And people walked around and act like it was all normal, but it's not. Talk to your children. Get down to the problem. Because the healing process that it would take for them to go through to get to where me, myself did, takes years. It takes years. Versus if they just went on and got some help. But the blessing part about it is when you're able to heal with your children, forgiveness begins, the healing begins. So don't be afraid. Don't get to a point in your life where you feel like, oh, you're such a bad whatever. You have to get down to the problem. Now, if you one-on-ones who just initiate that type of thing, I'm not a person to sit up there and tell you who you are as a mother or father. That's not my place. But if you're a person who does nothing about it, yeah, it's a problem. Y'all be blessed.